Hey guys, my name's Matthew. This is basically this is me doing it as I get ready to draw. I always make sure that I have a vision in my head of how I want the image, and basically this allows me to get a a visualization of what I want the finished piece to be. So I usually start off using some light sketches using a 2B graphite, and I just lightly sketching the marks of where I want the figure to appear in. I am self-taught, so but over the years I've learned through artists and other artists that I like, and I've really developed an approach to drawing that is very flexible and adaptable. So basically I just use the whole of the body to make the mark. Here I'm taking out the rubber because sometimes I feel I have to subtract marks and basically redo the marks. In other occasions, I've used a cloth or a bit of tissue to rub down the marks that I've already made, and this allows me to basically redo the marks in a more confident manner. So what I do sometimes is that I basically like to just go through the motions and hit the hurdles and see where I need to stop and have a wider gaze in how I see the drawing. Keep watching. in the era of AI, the internet, are we actually safe with the with? You found the bank?
Where you can get cash. Should be.
Inside here, maybe? I got this Airbnb about around the day before, and it cost me about 35 euros a night. It's a great deal. It's a great deal. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. I'm in my final accommodation during my stay in Morocco. Um, I just met the landlord lady who's in charge of finding people for the Airbnb. She just left and she has handed me the keys. It's basically like a studio apartment back in the UK. So it's got an ensuite, really, really good standard. They have a fridge. There's a freezer. There's a fridge. There's some sugar so I can make some tea. She gave me a bottle of water as well. Here is the bed. There's the sofa. And here is the TV. And here's like a desk um, island where I can sit down and enjoy myself. So essentially, basically, people who stay in Airbnbs in Morocco are not allowed to bring anyone inside, only at the time of check-in. So that is the only time whereby I could bring a person or something or whatever, but I don't think I will. Um, as for the first up, I did speak to her about it because I think in the country a lot of men don't wear. I think they do wear first ups, but it depends on if you are a local person or not. So here's the TV and here's the sofa. Really good. I'm gonna be heading out in a minute and enjoying my last few days in Morocco, and I will be editing all of this in the next few weeks. Peace. It's just Saturday evening. I'm at my last accommodation of my stay in Morocco. I just went for a nap for a couple of hours because I had a big lunch. I had a very very big lunch, so I just decided to relax and sleep because I was very very tired. The time is coming up to 8:30. I think I really needed that nap really. I was very very tired. I may I may do like a little walk again. As always, I have to watch when I cross the road because the traffic comes from the opposite side. I was given strict instructions not to let people in. I think across the whole of the country that is the law. So even if you have friends in the city, it's not a good thing to let complete strangers into the hotels and the Airbnbs. There's something happening here. I don't know what's happening, but there's it must be a protest or something. As you can see, every time I cross the road, I gotta look left, right, left because it's very busy and the traffic it comes from all directions. From here to get a taxi, and normally I would pay from here to the square. I would pay around 30 dirham, 30 to 40 dirham. But I think it all depends on if it's a big taxi, a small taxi, if he has a passenger in the taxi, then that will then reduce how much I will pay. So it is a Sunday evening right now. It's just 8:30. It's still very very early. All the nightclubs are still open, I think, as well. There's nightclubs open. I spoke to my Airbnb host about the nightclub situation, and she essentially said the same thing as the other guy I met. Yeah, so just be careful because she she, she basically said the same thing that if you are too friendly, if you're too friendly with the locals, they can somewhat sit down at the table, get a beer out of you, get a drink out of you, and then when the bill comes, they just leave, and then you have to pay the bill. So apparently, that's a very common thing to do to people like me who are in the country for a week or so, a couple of days. So be friendly, yes, but just be aware that if you sit at a table or lounge bar somewhere, don't feel the need to buy everyone a shisha. Right? Yeah, okay, buy a person a bit a mint tea. That's fine, but not don't spend don't spend a lot on her and her friends and or whatever, all the guys as well. The same thing for the men as well. Don't sort of go mad and spend a lot. It's very nice on this Saturday evening, May 24th, 2025. As you can see, these are all the new designer shops. They have Adidas here, very nice. Puma stores and stuff. So I just love to just explore. Hello, hello, hello. Anglais? English? Hello, hello. Oui, I'm blogger. Okay, okay, for you to build on camera. Okay, yeah, speak. Yeah. Hello. Introduce yourself. What's your name?
My name is Miriam.
And are you local? Here?
Sorry,
Are you like a local in the city?
local?
You
No, I live in Dubai.
you live in Dubai?
Yeah, I
Wow,
just vacation.
just vacation here.
Yeah, and you?
I'm from London.
London.
I work as a model in London.
Ah, yeah, a model.
Yes, in
Nice.
London.
Nice to meet you. You
Thank you
like
so much.
Marrakesh?
I love Marrakesh.
This is first time here in Marrakesh?
No, I've been here for over 5 years.
5 years,
5 years.
nice. Yeah.
And you?
Hi everybody, this
Hello.
is your page?
Yes.
Instagram, YouTube?
YouTube.
YouTube,
YouTube.
nice,
Thank
nice.
you. Yeah. And
Nice to
your.
meet you.
Thank you. And your name? Yeah. So I'm just meeting the local. I think I've seen her a few days ago on the English. Well, this, yeah. Message. It's YouTube. Take it to. Oh, yes. Oh no. You go to my YouTube page. YouTube. Is this it? Is this it? I think this is my YouTube. YouTube. Ah, thank you.
You don't follow?
Yeah.
You don't follow?
Yes, 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 yes. This is yes. That's my page. So, so essentially, yes, I make content.
I follow subscribe.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Bye
Thank you. Bye.
bye.
Bye. Hi guys. It's my final day in this accommodation Airbnb. I have to go to a hostel because I mistakenly booked myself for 2 days instead of 3 days. So I have to go back to the hostel that I stayed at the first time. So I have to go back, and I basically have to stay one night until my flight leaves on Tuesday morning early. So what I might do is that I may get a taxi from the square that leaves around 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 6 o'clock to get me to the airport. But I may negotiate around 150 to 200 dirham. So I'll start around 100 and see if I can arrive at a good price. So no more than 150. But if I have to find somewhere, or if I have to get there by a certain time, I would pay the extra 50 dirham. So all good. I'm just waiting here on the curbside. You know, it's just gone past 11:30. So I'm just relaxing here now. My my Airbnb told me to basically leave the keys on the table. But I think she may come by around 11:30 in the morning to pick them up. It's really nice Airbnb actually, to be honest. And I knew the first time I found it that I was at the right place. But it's all good now. All good. I've just had my last meal of the day, and I have done a 9 hour fasting as well. So I'm just relaxing. I spoke to like another local person a minute ago. I didn't have the action 4 on, but I decided to not film. So I have decided to not film certain things, to leave that to the imagination. Or no, because I think it's out of respect. Like yesterday, the bar I was at had strict rules on photos and that. So I completely respected the whole photos of the staff members and stuff. So all good. I'll see you guys in the morning. Peace. Another thing that I forgot to mention is that I don't film in places whereby the local people are, because like a lot of them don't like it, and it makes them feel very very uncomfortable. So what I do is that I don't film that. I just let the moment just happen. and then I can then respect the customs of the country. And it's very interesting being here for a few days. I'm starting to realize that, unlike in other countries in the world, I get a sense that it's like I I had to change and just adapt to them. So I am a creature of habit, but I always try to get get into a realization that I can't have things my way all the time. So just finding the balance. So for example, like in the toilet situation, I did not know, right? I did not know that in some parts of the country that they don't use Luro. You know, they use, I think they use their hands. I think the right hand. I don't know, but they don't use Luro. Or you need to ask for loo paper. Or in the worst case scenario, there is no Luro there. So it's I find it very like interesting. And other things like, for example, when you get served in a served in a restaurant, for example, that you need to tip. Well, it's not essential that you should tip, but it just shows appreciation. Okay, so I have tipped a lot of people over my time here, and cash is king. Cash is king. So of course there are the banks here, but it's always a good thing to just respect that they're on the minimum wage. So any small thing that you can give them, you know, if they clean your hotel room, if they help bring you a mint tea, if for example they make sure that you have a good experience as someone who's here for a couple of days. So it's been a great time being here. I love come to Marrakesh. I love it. It's really good, and I try to be like a local for a few days. It's really good. And tomorrow I'm going back to the gym. It's been a bit. I think I've not been for about a day now. A day and a half. Because I had my birthday on Friday, but I went to this bar. You know, of course, I just decided, look, man, I can't be staying in my Airbnb over the weekend. I decided to take control of my reality and head out and meet people. You know, just meet people. Of course, there is the language barrier, but strong eye contact, being assertive, and and the tips like a lot of people in the bar, and it made my whole experience worth being there. So I'm just waiting here now. It's almost up to midnight now. I don't know why there are people still out and about at midnight. A few days ago, I was here like around 2 in the morning, and there's fucking people outside. I don't know what are they doing outside that late in the morning. But I'm the person. I am a gentleman. So if I meet a couple of, like, if I meet a couple of people in the bar, like the guys, I would be a gentleman to buy them and to buy them a drink. But I don't think that is part of the culture. But I know a lot of the women that are in the bars. They like a lot of them do want a person to buy them around or a few drinks. But in the past, I've learned that if you do that, you can get yourself into a lot of trouble because you would then get the bill at the end of the night, and that bill can go from anywhere from I think 200 dirham to 500 dirham to even a thousand dirham if you don't watch who you hang around with. So it's good to be friendly, but I tend to be sort of I know who I know who to be friendly to. Yeah, so it's all good. I didn't sleep until about 5 in the morning yesterday as well, so I was very very tired. And I got back to my Airbnb around 2 o'clock, and I slept for about 2 3 hours, and then I woke up again to go back to the other place that I always go to have the seashore. So it's really good. Look at that. So it's really good, really really good. They know who I am. So as soon as I sit in the chair, they immediately bring the seashore, and they know what I want. They, and they know exactly what I want. And I get the mint tea. See, like that. A perfect example. I don't mind being sociable with people, but I don't like to be taken advantage of. So you find people like that, like these three girls, for example, they would usually sit in a group, yeah, in the bar, and just sit there and wait for people to come. Because I'm not from the country, I don't know that you're not meant to indulge people, but they take advantage of that very, very, very quickly. Because I'm not from the country, and I speak English. I speak English, so and plus they sort of understand that as well. But yeah, it's all good. I don't mind. I don't mind. So I'm gonna head back to my Airbnb now and start to pack. I have done a pack. I've made sure all my stuff has gone back into my backpack. I just have to get the small little bits inside, and I will be making the journey back to this big main square, and I may get a taxi, but I may get a small taxi, yeah, like something like that, the little taxi, because when you get a little taxi, they charge you a little bit less. See like that. You see the guy, he gets in. So the fees is a lot more. The fee is a lot less. Then, if we're to get inside the big taxis, he may ask for a little bit more, like a minimum of 30 dirham. But because I'm not for the country, I I have to fucking pay it. So I can't be asked to negotiate. I just I won't go no higher than 40 dirham. I will pay the 50 dirham to just make my life easier. And they know that I speak English, and they know that people who use the euro can afford to pay it. So I'll just go, look, man, I'm paying it. Only last time they got into like a big argument because I think the first guy that was in line, I think he was overcharging or something, and and they got into like a big argument. But he didn't agree to 20 dirham. So it's also a good thing to negotiate your price and to not just accept the first offer that they give you. So you can see it's just gone past 12 o'clock midnight. It's still very very lively now. The bars are still open. The nightclubs are still open. I'm being very careful not to film in people's faces because I know if I was in the square, I don't think I'd be allowed to do this because everybody would want a tip. Tip, 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 tip. So here, cash is king. So make sure that you have a few local currency on you in small amounts. So like 10 dirham, 20 dirham, it goes a long, long way. I may head out later. It depends how I feel to see what it's like around 2 in the morning. I may or I may not. I'm heading back to my hostel now. No, my Airbnb right now. What am I gonna say again? Be careful to look when you cross the road because they don't obey the signs of the road. Some do, some don't. So you need to be very alert. That's the word. Be very alert. Look left, right, right, left, and make sure if there is a bus in front of you and you're about to cross, make sure there's no bicycle from the other side. If you can't see traffic on the opposite end, just be so careful, please. Oh my God, be very careful. Be very, very careful. And always ask if you film people. You need to ask if you film because if you don't ask, it can offend. It can offend certain locals. Just be respectful. Be very respectful. A lot of people do speak French, and some I don't think a lot of them were educated in writing French a lot. So just be aware. Yeah, guys, here I'm all packed up, ready to go back to the hostel, and I will be staying on the one more night. I'm packed already. The owner gets back in the next 45 minutes, and she's gonna come and take the keys. So I have to go back and stay one more night at the hostel. So I will be getting a taxi, I think, that will take me straight to the main square. And I may get something to eat as well. It's all good, I'm all packed. I have left the place as it was. It's very clean, actually. I always leave a key on the door just to make sure that nobody can get in or something. So I'm gonna wait a little bit until she arrives, right? And then I'm gonna get a taxi back. Peace. So essentially, I take this route all the time. So essentially, I come out, I come out through here, and I walk straight through. I was, I was gonna do something like this on my first day here, but I was so tired, and I didn't sleep for about 2 days. So I decided to do this now because I think the first day I arrived, I was so tired that I didn't get no sleep, and I was just trying to get straight to my hostel, and that was it. So here, this is where the marketplaces are. It's just gone 7 o'clock, so there is less people. There is very, there are less people than they were, say, like, I think it depends on the time of the year. Like now, there's less people, but I came in the autumn last year and it was packed. Dude, you could not move. Literally, I was just standing there and you could not move. So this time of the year, there's still less people, but you need to be aware of what you film and who you film, right? So essentially, you just have to go straight ahead. Of course, you have local people here as well. You want to make a, um, you want to sell you something. hello like that. Perfect example. It's okay to say hi. A lot of them know the basic English. Where are you from? How are you? How much you want to buy? Like the basic things. But that's okay as well. So a lot of these places you need cash. So cash is king. Well, it's there's no point in taking the bank card. So like the small juice stands like that, you take cash, only cash. Now, if you go to like a leather souk, that is, they take the cash and card. Heard of my friend. Thank you, my friend. So just be aware that a few of them don't take card, and if they do take card, you need to do a bargain. So buy two, three items, four items. Hello, my friend. Do buy two, three items, four items. Say minimum spend you spend anything north of 500 dirham, 500, 600 dirham. Okay, card. Don't spend anything under 100 dirham. They may say cash only, but try to negotiate your fee. Try to do in negotiation, so you don't get what's it? Not scammed, but make sure that you get what you really want, and you always have to bargain and make sure that you don't pay more for something that you could find elsewhere in the souks for like a cheaper cost. So I'm just making my regular walk that I do. I walk here almost every time I know the way. I memorize this way now, so I know how to get to and from my hostel. If it's your first time, you will get lost. It's not if you will get lost, and you will be in a situation whereby um, you would have to rely on a guide or a person to take you. But the thing is, the bad thing is, yeah, if you find a local person, he um he may get lost on purpose. And at first he would say, "Oh no, it's free, free. Oh, don't pay, pay, free, free, free. No money." And then after half an hour or so, he takes you around a big circle on purpose, gets you lost, and then he wants a big tip. And sometimes they are part of a team, so he would take you to somewhere, and he would lead you to like another person, and then he would want a tip as well. So just be careful. It's okay to ask the locals for help, but make sure that you have small banknotes on you, like a 10 dirham, 5 dirham, 20 dirham banknote, just to tip these people. It's like a lot of them rely on tips. So just be respectful, that's all. And hand them something. Something is better than anything. Alright? We are now approaching the main square again. It's starting to get very, very lively now. Very lively. See? Here's everybody, here's all the people coming. You find that first thing in the morning, all of this area is filled with taxis. The yellow taxis are everywhere. So they want the customer first thing in the morning. So it depends where they are. A lot of them will wait around here, or they would wait on the main road. So it's first come first serve, you know. First come first serve. So you find right now is the time when all the people are coming out, coming out to engage. I'm gonna go eat something after. I am a bit hungry. Thank you for watching my content. My name is Matthew. Peace. Yeah, guys, it's my last day, so I have just been to the gym. So essentially, at my gym, I can only go once in a day. So essentially, I spent about an hour or so, or just under like an hour. So that's it. I can't go again. So that's all right because I need to get my flight first thing in the morning. I checked in my hostel. It's really good. They actually changed my room, so now I'm in a room that's got the curtains on the bunk beds. There are the curtains now. So the square is just coming up to 5 o'clock now. Now there should be the food people now. There, the food people must be there now. It's still very very hot now. Yeah, I spoke to a friend of mine, and he said that it's not even that hot. I think in July and August it's very hot, and the things get a lot more expensive. I have avoided the juice stands this time around because last time I was here, I got a lot of them. I was buying about three of them a day, two, three of them in a day. It was a lot actually, a lot of it. So I'm just having a walk. I've taken the walk. I charged my Action 4 for about half an hour at the hostel. Half an hour. It gave me a good amount of time to just make some of the content. I'm gonna try and avoid the snake charmer people because they can get a bit if you point the camera at them. If you point the camera at them, they can um they can ask you to pay for a tip or something. So it's always a good thing to avoid them. So it's coming up to 5 o'clock now. Coming up to 5 o'clock. Oh yeah, it has started now. People can now get food at the food stands, but but you need to be careful because they can overcharge you a little bit. So they like to have the whole table set up already, and so you just sit there. You sit down, and then they put the bread on the table. They put a drink, and then they can start to make you buy a bit of the food. But now they're just getting started, so they're slowly erecting all the stands, and and all the stands have like a number, like number 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 19, 11, 12, and the whole thing is that you have to go to a stand, and they all have to compete with each other. So usually they have a person standing right by the stand, and his job is to get the people sitting down, sitting down on the table. So he's standing right in front of the stand, holding holding the menu. So they just stand there with the menu and say, come, 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 come. 19, 19, 1, 1, 1, come, come, come. So the whole deal is that get the they like to get the customers in there straight away, so they can get them to buy their food or to eat the food. I tried it last time. It was okay, not that bad. He tried to overcharge me. He said 50 dirham, and then I come to pay. He went, oh, 20, 20, 20, 80 dirham. I said, no, 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 no. I said, you said 50 dirham. And then he went, oh, okay. So you need to be careful. So especially around me now, they are the snake charmers, the snake charmers. There are there's all the snakes and stuff. You need to just be very careful. If you got if you get overwhelmed with all the attractions, especially there are the monkey people who have the monkey on the chain. Oh yeah, I think they're over there, right in front of us. They have the chained monkeys, and essentially they like to just overwhelm people, and and you need to understand it's all it's all part of a team. They work as a team. So essentially, when one person puts a monk on you, the other two people will then do the same thing, and then you would have to tip all of them. So essentially, you need to just be aware that it's all part of a team. So they like to get you. They like to get like a lot of money out of you in one go. And if you can hand them something small, that's fine. But don't be handing them 50 dirham tips. It could be anything from 10 maximum, I would say 20 maximum, right? 20 is the maximum that I would give, right? So it's now 5 o'clock. It's a Monday. I think in the UK it's bank holiday, so I hope you're having a good bank holiday. I had my 3 day I had my 3 day birthday weekend. It was an amazing experience being in the bar, meeting people, meeting the local people. Another thing that I want to say is that when you do get a taxi from the main square to the new city, um, make sure that if it's just you, right? If it's just you, make sure that you get a small taxi. I mentioned it in the last video. They're called petite taxis, so it's small taxis. So that's essentially one person, one or two people, right? Okay. If you are a family or a group of friends, like 4 or 5 of you, you want to get the big taxis. That's right by the KFC, and there you can go anywhere in the city. Okay. Yeah, and also they have the app as well called the InDrive app, and this app like allows you to book a taxi through the InDrive app. And the guy at the McDonald's, he told me about the InDrive, but I used it last time. But then you need to still be very careful because they can. You need to make sure they are licensed and they're only paying cash. That's it. It's only cash payment. So unlike the Uber in the UK, whereby you can pay in the app, they only take the cash on the InDrive. Okay, they only take the cash. So it's all good. Yeah, and if you feel like if you want to treat yourself, it's always good to get on the horses. I think they cost 100 dirham a person, I think, or 100 dirham from here to the new city, and they have a route map that they go. They go like around the route through the new city and back again. So this is like essentially like a tour group. So this group in front of me is part of a tour group. So essentially, if you if you want to have things planned in advance, it's also a good thing to be a part of a tour group, and essentially it just makes your life easier, because you don't have to plan anything. So you just wake up at 5, 6 in the morning, or if you've got a day trip plan to go to the mountains, or 3 day trip plan to go to the mountains or somewhere. Usually, that's like a day and a half just to get there. I think I've heard it's like 8 hours, 10 hours. Then you spend a day in the camping site outside, and they have it's all been arranged, so they have all the open plan beds and en suite as well, and that can cost you back around I think I think €150 or something for the 3 nights. So yeah, for for the 3 nights. I am standing way back from more of the like attractions and stuff as well, to just respect the people as well. Thank you for watching my content. My name is my name is Matthew Againi. No, no, no. Thank you for watching my content on YouTube. I try to be so aware of who I am interacting with, because even though they have smiles on their faces, you don't know their intentions. So you need to be aware that they may ask you for a tip. They may ask you to basically pay for something, or get you lost on purpose. And I had the guy try to do that earlier as I left the hostel. He told me that the way to the men's square was in the opposite direction, and I knew he was chatting bullshit. He's just trying to get a tip from me. So essentially, what they do is that they lead you on it in a path that is completely incorrect on purpose. So when they do eventually get you to the main square, or to the hotel or the Riyadh, it's been close to half an hour, and then you would feel you would feel then obliged to tip them. So they can want anything from 50 dirham to 100 dirham or something. But 100 dirham is a lot of money to give as a tip. So the maximum I would say is 20 dirham maximum. Or if you like their company and the competitions that you get into, I say maximum 30 dirham is really good as a tip. Really good.